Welcome everyone to the Moisky News for March the 9th, 2020. Today I would like to talk about the Labour leadership contest. You see, there are a number of issues that have arisen recently, and one of them has piqued my interest enough. This comes courtesy of Lisa Nandy, who is demanding answers from the party after new party members haven't received their ballot papers. Currently, Labour are voting preferentially. They are voting for their number one choice as new leader of the Labour Party, taking over from Jeremy Comrade. A number of people have accused the party hierarchs of subjecting new members to additional checks, with the fear that this could work in favour of Rebecca Wrong-Daly, the continuity socialist. Lol. There is a source within the party who has decided to remain unnamed, who's indicated that the delay was part cock-up and part conspiracy. Oh, I'm just going to take that with a grain of salt because it doesn't help in the slightest. Dame Margaret Beckett has decided to, and rightly, slam this delay as inexplicable. I would say you spend 4 weeks voting in a new leader. Unless you're expecting everyone to have their ballot papers on the first day, there was always going to be a minor issue when it came to issuing all of these, sending them out, making sure people had the right way to cast their vote. Although I'm somewhat surprised. It's not all done electronically to save the trees. But what do I know? Environmentalists when they choose to be, I guess. Now, Lisa Nandy has written to the General Secretary Jenny Formby because of this voting slip-up by post. Lisa Nandy is arguably the second favourite, next to Keir Starmer. Like, she's the person who is, if he doesn't win, she'll win. I'm not saying Rebecca Wrong-Daly won't win, but I'm now going to say it. She's not going to win. If she does, it would be a monumental turnaround. There are many within her camp that are concerned that Labour members who are affected by the delays are among the 100,000 who joined the party after the party's electoral disaster. Before Christmas, I made a video on this, because they'd gained about 60,000 within the space of 5 weeks, which is quite the accomplishment. One must never turn their nose up at all the successes they've acquired. Understandably, many of those are young voters who felt betrayed and let down at the last general election. Of course, it doesn't really take into account all those that left the party, but we don't want those numbers published now, do we? Especially those that voted Conservative instead. Most sources, because of this cock-up, do believe that this works against Sir Keir Starmer and Lisa Nandy. And I'm somewhat surprised no one's asked for Jenny Formby simply resign. I mean, that's what happens when someone cocks up, right? You make one mistake in public office, you're gone. Charlie Faulkner, who is the former Lord Chancellor, has indicated that the number of people complaining about not receiving their ballot has given him anxiety because it indicates a high level of incompetence. Or perhaps something worse, dun dun dun, tinfoil hat. Lisa Nandy wants to know, and this is actually something I would like to know, if the same checks that have caused the delays in people receiving their ballots are being conducted on other party members before the election, and if not, why not? I get it, some people have established party members and all that nonsense. You've been there a while, don't bother checking on them. Why bother? They're giving us money after all. But in reality, because of the change of the rules, because of the shifting of the goalposts, because the hoops are plentiful and there are many more to jump through, you have actually made this harder on yourself. And for a party that claims to want more people to be engaged within its politics, this is in and of itself a damning statement for how you have changed, but also how you've decided to address key things that have brought in these unnecessary and additional checks. Now, the ballot opened on February 21st and closes on April 2nd. That was over 2 weeks ago. This stuff needs to be dealt with because you've only got a few weeks left. If people don't feel engaged within party politics, when it comes to selecting a leader, what makes you think they're going to want to in the future when you have to turn to them to try and regain your heartlands, that are now your kidney lands, or wastelands, whichever you prefer, really. With this, and this what seems to be incompetence-based mistake, I'm intrigued to know what you think. I think they still have 3 weeks. It can be rectified within a week and everyone can have their votes. So they have 2 weeks then to cast their vote. Plenty of time, no fuss, no worry. But with others believing it benefits only one candidate, who is the least popular of the three, it really does get one's noggin jogging, doesn't it? So please do let me know in the comments down below.